Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am back from Vidcon and it was an amazing experience. I got to meet so many IRL, like in real life people that I have known for a while. I got to meet so many people over at TikTok and YouTube and so many other platforms that were just so amazing and such good humans. And you guys have asked, I did a talk there for about 15 minutes. My son missed the first 2 minutes of it, and it's not great. Like, it's not going to be super clear, and you're going to hear a lot of echo. I tried to remove as much of the mud noise as I could, but you guys asked if I could post it. So I am going to post it. Just don't hit me on the quality, because the quality isn't amazing, but hopefully the message is. So I just wanted to thank you guys. I am back. So I love you guys. I'm so grateful for my experience, and it has just inspired me to be that much better for you guys, to give you that much more value. And you guys know that my main thing is to always give you as much value as I possibly can, keeping you authentic to yourself. So without further ado, enjoy.
First, like, don't you know in this? And you don't even realize you're doing it, but there's a level of a manipulation that comes with it. So when you can get to the space of understanding that while your trauma inflicted upon you is never your responsibility, it is, however, 10,000% your responsibility to heal your stuff. And this means it's not going to be fast. This means you got to do the work. It's meant to be hard. If you're waiting to be ready, you will never do it. If you're waiting to be comfortable, you will never do it. Growth only always happens in the discomfort. The moment, and I know, like I said, and if you just walked in, you know, there's a lot of the struggles that I have. There was a lot of the woe is me. A lot of the look at me as the victim mentality. Everybody who's known any of my content knows I don't live that way, and I don't allow my clients or people who follow me to live that way. You do not get to live as a victim to your circumstances. That becomes manipulation. When you are living as a victim to your circumstances, that is manipulation on your part, just like the fawn response. Remember, there are 4 F's to your trauma: fight, flight, freeze, fawn. We're going to do this like a bear is chasing you. I'll put it into real time. If a bear is coming at you, bear's coming hard, and you're like, oh, it's a bear, I'm ready to fight. Come on, bear, let's go, let's go. In real life, that is your defense mechanism. Somebody says something to you, you get defensive. Somebody's saying these things, and you want to go back and get the final word. Let them win the day. 2 + 2 is 9, yes. Yep, it's 9. Stop trying to be right. Stop trying to get the last word in. What are you trying to prove? That's your ego. So your ego becomes problematic for you. So when you're sitting there in a fight mechanism, no one's going to hear you. No one cares what you're saying. Feelings are not facts. Thoughts are not facts. You can be all in your feels all you want. And your feelings are not your facts, and nor are your thoughts. When you get clear in that, and you understand that no human being is responsible for your feelings, and they are not responsible for yours. So don't get too caught up in your own hype of saying this is how I feel. Becomes problematic. So the second one is flight. Bear calms, you go, oh my God, that's a bear now. Okay? Your flight response are typically the people who do not want confrontation. They don't want to communicate it. They just want to be like, hey, I'm good. Like, we're good. That's it. Flight response will never serve your best and highest good. You never, ever, ever, not one example of a reason should you ever fight your anxiety attack. Ever. What you run from will chase you. What you fight will continue to battle you. If you do not sit with your anxiety and your feeling of like death, like you can't breathe, you're numb, you feel like you're gonna vomit, you might even pee your pants. There's a number of things that come on. You can't swallow. You're like, oh my God, my heart's skipping beats. The moment you give into that is the moment your anxiety has won. Stop saying that you can control your anxiety. You cannot. It's like not being able to release something. If you say, I'm gonna hold a grudge, okay. Let me know how that works for you at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're holding the grudge and the person you're holding the grudge with is out living their best life. You let me know how that works for you. It doesn't work that way. So that's your flight. Third one is freeze. You see the bear and you're like, oh my God, it's a bear, I have no idea what to do. These are the people, and this may be you as well, where you literally cannot make a decision. You want to ask 9,000 people, what do you think I should do? You think I should cut my hair? You think I'm good? You think I should cut my hair? You like the shirt? No, you don't like the shirt. Should I? No. Nah, that's your flight response. Your fawn response is what a lot of people in here And that is, you see the bear's coming your way, and you go, oh, Mr. Bear, hey, could you please not eat me? Like, I'll do anything you want me to. That's what we call people pleasing. Know this, if you're a people pleaser, you are a manipulator. Yep, let me tell you why. Because the moment you are trying to please everyone, you, number one, are not pleasing yourself, and number two, you're trying to please everybody because you want to feel needed. You want to feel loved. This is how to show love. And in turn, you know what happens? You get so upset. Feelings get hurt because now you've established expectations on somebody else. You're now saying, this is how I roll, and this is how I respond. Why aren't you responding that way? Just because people aren't responding your way, they don't have to. So a couple things that you're struggling with, and a couple things that you have to deal with, you have to realize, in this world, if you want to have success and peace and inner peace, you have to be able to be kind, caring, and nurturing, yes, to others, first and foremost to you. If you guys are not your first and major priority, you're going to have to shift that. Stop trying to fill everybody else's cup. By the way, everybody's a little bit of a shit show. And that's just the reality. So we're all just trying to maintain it just a little bit. So you want to be really, really careful of comparison. Because the comparison is what will get you. Now, notice we are all at a creator event. So this is a perfect time to talk to you guys as content creators, right? And then, of course, in about 5-10 minutes, you guys can go and mingle and see each other. But it's important that you guys understand the dynamics you're working with. So here we are at a creator event, okay? I'm a creator. All of you at some point in fashion are a creator. And know this, and this is a true statement. I do not care if he had 900 million followers and you had 3 followers. If you are being kind, caring, considerate, responding to the comments, really doing it from a place of like, just being true to yourself and authentic, you are now an influencer. You, however, if you have 900 million followers and you only care about those followers, you are not an influencer, you are now an asshole. Yes. Okay? And here's the thing about vanity metrics. We are creators. No one likes to see our numbers diminish. We start to get in our feels just a little bit. Like, oh my God, these numbers. Don't lie, we've all been there, right? But here's the thing. In this room, okay, let's say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, what is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people right here, okay? So let's say you as a content creator, you just start your TikTok or YouTube channel, you have 9 followers. But now, he has 5,000 followers, and he started the same time you did. And you go, well, what's he doing? Like, why am I not there? Pause, and slow down. Step back and pretend that these 9 people that you just kind of shit on are the people who's here watching you. That's a different dynamic because you're thinking of it as vanity metrics. Know this, everybody in this room is going to die. No one is going to put on your gravestone, I love the fact that you had 9 million followers on YouTube. Nobody cares. Nor should you. So the key, especially in content creation, is be authentic. As a creator, yes, we all are here for a reason. We want to grow our brand. We want to have a following, but what are you going to do with it when you get it? What if you now have 10 million followers and you're not doing anything with it? Again, you're not really an influencer. You just have numbers. The moment that you forget that every human being in this building, every superstar that you see, every Charlie D'Amelio that you meet, started at 0. And do not sit in comparison because you're looking at the glory, but you're not looking at the story. Okay? So know this. You might see Charlie, and Charlie, you may be like, oh, she did a couple TikToks, life was great, now she's out there. What you didn't see is the behind the scenes of what Charlie's dealt with her mental health. People teasing her, people saying, what's wrong with you? You're talentless. How did you get all of these followers? Just 3 days ago, she made the top 15 list of the most influential, wealthiest women in the world. But we chatted, and she will tell you it's very difficult for her. So don't get caught up in the glory that you see. Now take away the content creation. Let's say it's your husband, let's say it's your girlfriend, let's say it's your friends. And you say, oh my God, they're so happy. I saw them on Facebook with the matching pajamas. Oh God, no. Oh no, we're not doing that. Do not compare yourself to that. And I know as content creators, and just as this car? What do they have as a subscriber? If you right now are creating content and I was to give all of you 800 million views, 800 million subscribers and followers. Okay, now what? What are you gonna do with it? Do you have a plan? I hope to goodness you're gonna do something positive and influential with it. So do not ever get married to a number, not just on a social media platform. Don't get married to a number within your friend group. Stop being open and oversharing. Everybody doesn't need to know everything. Now, granted, based on what I do, I talk about molestation and narcissistic parenting and various things like that. I talk about it because I'm not embarrassed by it, and nor should anybody in this room. I don't care if you said to me right now that, because you were probably on like the bathroom lawn and had like, hey, for a good time, call. First of all, I'd be like, I hope you made some good money. And second of all, do not ever judge yourself by the tools that you did not have when you were younger. See, you guys are all beating yourself up on why am I not, oh my God, look at what I did then. Yes, because you didn't have the tools then. Yeah, honestly, how are you going to look at a past situation with the knowledge you have now? If that's the case, then why didn't you play the right lottery numbers last night that you just found out was today the lottery numbers? Because you didn't know. So I'm going to need you all to be a little bit more compassionate with yourself. Everybody needs to realize that you have to fail in order to succeed. Failure itself is learning. Mistakes are lessons. Failure is amazing because it gives you a point of reference. If you think that you're supposed to just come out and be a viral sensation overnight, you will tank. You will fall so hard and you will not get back up. You will lose people, you will gain people. It's okay. But in your life, everybody in this room and everybody that you look up to puts on their pants pretty much the same way. Everybody's going through something. Let's not make it a bigger deal than it is. And all this stuff that's in your head, remember, thoughts and feelings are not facts. So people talk about intrusive thoughts. I'll tell you, my beautiful children are in the back, they will tell you. Since I was 5 years old, every time I see a hammer, I want to pick it up and bludgeon to death everybody I see. Every time I think about nailing a picture in the wall, I think, I could just go, whoop. It doesn't hurt, I'm a super fan of serial killers. But here's the thing with that. Those are intrusive thoughts. Thoughts and feelings are not facts. Okay? I work with psychopaths and sociopaths all over the world. I promise you, just because you feel like, what if I just ran off the road or ran into somebody? It's normal. So I'm going to need y'all to just be a little bit more compassionate and realize that every person here, myself included, everybody in the back, we're all going through something right now. Everybody. Everybody here is going through something. We don't need to compare it. We don't need to worry about what he's going through, what she's going through. To them, that's very real. Trauma doesn't have to be defined by a magnitude of something. It's what's true to your heart. So what I want to do before you guys talk amongst each other, because it's a great safe space. You're always welcome to ask me questions, but definitely get to know each other. But I would only ask that not only do you share your socials and share what you do, because this is a networking event, yes, but I don't want you to get caught up in the hype behind the networking event either. Okay? Because when you do that, again, your authenticity is what matters. Stop worrying about the millions. Stop worrying about the little blue check that we all want. Listen, it's easy to say, because we're all want it, right? But at the end of the day, aren't you who you are? Like, you know who you are, right? So I'm gonna ask you this question, okay? Really to think on it. I did a TikTok/reel on this today. If I took away your job title, if I took away your subscriber count, if I took away your YouTube channel, your TikTok, if I took away your home, if I took away what you identify as, who are you? Because I'm gonna tell you right now who you're not. You are not defined as your content. You are not defined as a number. You are not defined as a dollar sign. You are not defined as the fact that you're a doctor, though great, nurse, great, teacher, love it. That's not who you are. You're not just a mother. You're not just a father. You're not just a brother. This is important. And when you get that there and you realize that you need to be humble every single day, then you'll drop your ego a little bit. When you drop your ego a little bit, then you're willing to do the work. And to do the work, know this. Don't let anybody sell you this story of like, oh my God, healing's great, you'll be fine. No, healing's not great. Healing's not great. Healing's hard. It's intense, and it takes consistency. If you are not consistent in your healing, that's where the problems are. So I just encourage you guys, as you talk to each other, yes, please, absolutely, share socials, share those things. That is what we're here for, but just don't lose sight on the deeper issue. Everybody who walks around here, we're all just a little bit nervous. We're all just a little bit different. 3 years ago, before COVID, my son and daughter and I came to this event, the Vidcon event, first time, had our little community passes, it was great, got to meet people, it was amazing. Over the last 3 years, it was a lot of work, but I never worried about, I gotta get to Vidcon to have an all access pass. That really wasn't my thing. My thing was, I'm gonna keep working, I'm working on my second book. My podcast is really good because it's free resources. I don't know if y'all like free resources. If you don't, I will happily give you my Cash App, my Venmo right now. But my podcast is free, my YouTube is free. I'm approachable. I'm here for you guys. And legitimately, even though you think, well, you just met me, how could you care about me? Well, if you can hate people and not know them, why can't I love people and not know them? Right? So on that note, I will end my spiel so you guys can talk to each other. If you are interested in any of my socials, on TikTok, I am Lori Wheeler, L-O-R-I Wheeler. And Instagram is official, because that's so stupid, but somebody already has Lori Wheeler, but it's official Lori Wheeler. And the podcast and the YouTube is The Positivity Experience with an X. I am so grateful. It's funny, I said to my son, I said, well, I had a couple people show up. I cannot begin to tell you, and I say this and I end all my lives in podcasts on this, the fact that every single human being in this room is here, it is humbling to me. You guys owe me nothing. And each of you matter. And I just want you to know that you matter as much to yourself as you do. That's it.